Hello, Lincoln sports fans. I'm Peter Andrus here with you for Lincoln's matchup against Madison Golden Knights. It's their second time hosting them, though technically I believe this is an away game for the Railsplitters. Game just changed location this week. Hope you're able to receive me on YouTube. I know we're having some streaming issues due to, once again, overheating equipment. Only so much we can do. Hopefully that works itself out as we get a little later into the afternoon and evening. We have taken some steps to try to cool our equipment down, but once again, can only do so much. So Madison getting ready right now. They are warming up for the opening at bat. On the mound is number 23, it looks like, Mattingly Glazer. She's throwing to catcher number 10, Isabel Elahe. Railsplitters faced Madison's Golden Knights last week to disastrous results for the Railsplitters. It was a tough game. I believe the final score on that one might have been 31-2. Don't quote me on that. Railsplitters hoping for a slightly better performance today, of course. Madison, of course, hoping for another great game, though, from what I understand, the players do want to show good sportsmanship. They're not looking to beat up on any team with scores like that last one. So hopefully we'll see a good softball game today. Madison will be playing some of its second stringers. We're rotating around a little bit extra. And here comes the first at bat. It's Davonay Holmes for the Railsplitters.
What happened? I heard something. They're starting. One strike. Two strikes.
And opening right up with a couple of strikes against Davonay Holmes. And she puts it into play down the first base line. First baseman will take it herself. And that's one away for the Railsplitters.
One out. Two strike, one out. Low.
It is Joanna Coatero. And she takes ball two. And that one's going to come in for a strike. 2-1.
High. 3-1.
And that'll be low. She's going to walk. So first base runner of the game for the Railsplitters. Coatero reaches.
Strike.
Swing and a miss. Strike one to Kira Shaw. That's going to be outside. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Shaw is looking for it. That's going to be low and inside. 2-2. And she's going to hit that down the third base line. And the play at second is going to get dropped. So all runners are safe. Kira will be credited with an opening single. And Coatero is safe at second thanks to the dropped ball by the second baseman. Now coming up to bat is number 2, Chanel Vieira. Now, Coatero did not attempt to steal during Shaw's at bat, but we know Shaw is a strong base runner and loves to steal. We'll see if having her on the heels of Coatero will advance their base running attempts.
Strike.
First pitch strike to Vieira. And she's going to hit it down the first base line. They'll make the play at first. Runners will make it safe on second and third.
2 out.
And that's a swing and a miss, strike one to Michelle Huepa. Strike two. Strike three called, and that'll retire the inning. Retire the side. We are going to step away for a quick production break, hopefully give the computer a chance to cool down, and we will be back with the bottom of the first right after this. Stick around.
Score the 0-0.
Coming up with the bottom of the first. Here at Abraham Lincoln High School, it'll be Sophia Oliveri leading off for the Golden Knights. Chanel Vieira is pitching. And first pitch comes in as a ball. That's going to miss on the inside corner, 2-0.
Hi. Hi.
And that'll be a 4-pitch walk to lead off the first for Chanel Vieira. Oliveri reaching, and that'll bring up number 24, Gianna Feicher.
Ball. 1-1.
Pitch comes in as a ball. Oliveri threatening from first, but she stays. And that's going to be hit by Feicher. It's missed by the second baseman, and the runners will all hold with a single.
So 1-2 is Phil.
And that'll bring up number 3, Julia Nania. And she hits it down the third baseline. And they are going to make the play at third. Playing third base down there was number 12, Davonay Holmes.
1 out.
She manages to pick it up and reach third to make the play.
1 out.
So that's one away. Nania reaches on a fielder's choice. And that is walloped into left and dropped. Walloped by Mattingly Glazier, the pitcher. 2 runs will score. And it looks like Glazier's going to hold on second. And a quick break. Oh, they switch out Glazier so she can get ready to come back in and pitch. It didn't catch the number of the pinch runner. And up at bat is number 22. That is Alyssa Bocchino. And she hits it down the left field line. And she will make the tag at third base, giving another out on the inning.
2 outs.
And Chanel Vieira may be able to get out of this first inning with much less damage than we saw the last time Lincoln faced Madison. Number 10 coming up for Madison now, the catcher, Isabel Elahe. And that ball is inside. Behind the mound for the Railsplitters today is number 13, Michelle Huepa. The last game we streamed saw Davine Holmes, who was playing the position for the first time. She struggled, but ultimately made it through. And on that ball, 2-0 count. Dropped by the catcher, but a stolen base. They made no attempt for the play. And that'll actually bounce into the batter. And she'll reach on the hit by pitch. The runner on second advanced to third. Swing and a miss, strike one. Runner on first advances to second. Yeah, it's 0-1 to should be number 28, Hayes, Melody Hayes. The 0-1 pitch will be a ball, 1-1. And that'll bounce over the plate, 2-1.
Two strikes. 2-1. One strike.
And then she's going to wallop that one over the head of the second baseman. 1 run will score. Make it 2. It'll be a 2 RBI single for Hayes. That should bring up number 7, Megan Drugobitsky. Drugobitsky taking some practice swings while the umpire has a quick conversation with the coaches down the third base line. And we are set. 2 away. Drugobitsky at bat. Hayes on first. And it's a first pitch strike from Chanel Vieira. And that one's going to bounce over the plate for a ball. Hayes looking for a moment, but stays on first. Drugobitsky awaiting the 1-1. And swung on and missed for strike 2, and no play will be made on the stealing Hayes as she takes second base. So 1-2 the count. Melody Hayes has made her way to second. Drugobitsky way too high from Vieira. 2-2. And that's going to be fouled back and just missed by Huepa. But Drugobitsky's at-bat is still alive with the 2-2 count. Unlucky for Huepa there. It was just dropped out of her glove. It could have ended the inning and gotten the Railsplitters out of some trouble. And that'll fill the count, 3-2. Drugobitsky held up. And she hits that over to shortstop. Shaw will pick it up, make the play to first, and not in time.
And
So runners on the corners.
she move on.
And that's going to bring up number 2, Soraya Altamirano. And ball 1 high from Vieira.
Ball.
And another ball comes in. I have to say, I appreciate this umpire has very bright pink nail polish on. It makes it very easy to see the signs being held up for balls and strikes from our position behind the net,
High again.
behind the plate, rather. 3-0 the count now. And a 4-count, 4-pitch walk, second of the game to Soraya Altamirano. And that'll bring back up the top of the order in Oliveri, number 16, who will step in for her second time at bat. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And that's going to be inside for a ball, 1-1. And wallops that one down the left field line, but it is foul.
Wow. 1-1. 1-1.
Oh, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Catcher drops it, but they will make the play at first. And that'll end the inning. We're moving to the top of the second right after this. Madison up 4-0 after an inning of softball. We'll be back with the rest of the game after this from Lincoln Media. back with you now for the top of the second. Still pitching for the Railsplitters is Mattingly Glazier. And taking strike one for the Railsplitters is Destiny Menendez.
Inside.
Strike two swinging from Menendez.
1 ball.
And that one's low, ball two. And she'll swing through that one
Strike.
for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 14, Kiara Fuentes. The only freshman on the squad according to the roster, though sometimes those rosters are flawed. Quick field adjustment being performed by the umpire. Thank you for watching this stream on Abraham Lincoln High School Media's YouTube channel. We invite you to like and subscribe. Keep up with all the action, both athletic and otherwise, here at Abraham Lincoln High School. Strike one to Fuentes. And that'll be outside, 1-1.
Two strike.
Strike two swinging.
Inside.
Full count now. And she puts that one in play to the second baseman, and they make the play at first for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up number 4, Haley Mariano. First pitch to Mariano right over the plate, 0-1. 0-2.
High.
Swing and a miss. Strike three, and that'll end the inning for the Railsplitters. We'll go into the bottom of the second. right after this on the ALHS Media YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back. Coming back with the bottom of the second here. I'm Peter Andrus at Abraham Lincoln High School. It's a beautiful day in Coney Island for a softball game. Bit on the warm side, low 80s. There is a slight breeze. The Heat playing games with my equipment, but for the most part, our stream seems to be going well after some glitching in the beginning. Thank you to the viewers sticking with us. Coming up to bat is number 24 for the Golden Knights. That's Gianna Feicher. Oh, there's an extra ball rolling in from the outfield from their practice, and stepping in once again is Gianna Feicher. Chanel Vieira still on the plate. 4 runs led in the first inning. And there's a hit to the shortstop. Kira Shaw manages to stop it, but can't quite scoop it up, but does hold Gianna to a single. So she'll reach first, and that should bring up number 3, Julia Nania. And that's a ball. Catcher Michelle Lippa being very careful. That's popped up and caught. Looks like Davante Holmes. Sorry, Davine Holmes made the catch. And that brings up our pitcher, Mattingly Glazer, who wallops it into left, but it is foul. If it had just stayed fair, that could have been an in-the-park home run for Glazer. And that'll be low. It's a ball. Fighter on first, keeping the catcher on her toes. As Gianna is just looking for an excuse to run to second. And Glazer will duck under that one. And it's a 5-pitch walk. Gianna Feicher gets her excuse to go to second, but not with quite the amount of glory she was hoping for. And Alyssa Bocchino now will take ball one. And she'll hit that one in the direction of short. Great job by Kira Shaw. Slides on her knees, picks it up, and holds the runner in place to make the second out of the inning. And that brings up the catcher, number 10, Isabel Elage. I am apologizing now if I'm mispronouncing that. Two out, two on, and the first pitch. It's going to be a ball. And that's going to slice foul down the third base line. But when I say slice, I mean gently roll, not too much on that one. Oh, and 2 the count. Missed that first pitch. It was a strike. That's going to be picked up by the third baseman. Davonay Holmes will make the play, make the out, end the inning. No runs scored. And we'll move to the top of the third right after this. Stick around. Back with it here from Abraham Lincoln High School. Top of the third. Coming at the bat is number 1, Kayla Lewis. Batting in the number 9 slot. That'll be high, ball 1. That one's going to be a little low from Mattingly Glazer, ball 2. Fouled back from Kayla Lewis, 2-1.
Oh my, where am I sleeping?
And fouled back again, keeping herself alive. 2-2 to Kayla Lewis. Up high to fill the count, which is all you can ask for from a number 9 hitter. Use up some pitches. And like that, she's going to get her base. Kayla Lewis reaches on a 6-pitch walk. And that brings up the top of the lineup for the Railsplitters. It's Davine Holmes. Who will stare down ball 1. Would have been a good opportunity for Kayla Lewis to steal, but Lincoln's base running is still in its infancy. They are not an aggressive running team just yet. Still getting the basics down. And that's 3 balls. At the bat right now is Marceline Judy. And she'll get a 4-pitch walk. So Madison Glazer had a great first 2 innings. Seems to be struggling a little bit here in the third. Coach Shannon Power going out to talk. Have a little meeting on the mound. See if they can get Glazer back on track. Lincoln with 2 on and no out with their best start to an inning so far today.
What's the website?
And it looks like Mattingly Glazer is going to come out. She's running and switching her shoes. You know, there was a mat that they had out on the pitcher's mound, I think to give the pitchers more traction. But they seem to be abandoning that mat, which I guess is why Glazer is now changing her shoes. She'll get a different grip on the turf than she will on that mat.
Now you search Lincoln Media.
That's what I'm starting with them again. Oh, look at that. Thank you.
He's watching.
And Glazer's coming back. So she started this inning with 2 walks. First to Kayla Lewis and then to Marceline Judy. And now an adjustment on the mound as they take off the grippy track, and there's a strike in her first warm-up pitch on the turf. So she's feeling more comfortable, undoubtedly. Just as the top of the order comes up, in Davine Holmes, standing tall against a fresh-looking Mattingly Glazier now that she has her feet on the ground. Strike one. And that'll be a ball. Gets away from the catcher, but as we said, Lincoln is not an aggressive running team this season. They're not at the point where they are running the bases like that. So Kayla Lewis stays on second. Marceline Judy doesn't even have to think about it because there's someone in front of her. And that one's low, ball 2. Two and 1 the count. And that'll be 3 and 1. And Davine Holmes will reach on a walk. Mattingly has walked the bases loaded here. Bringing up number 7. Joanna Coatero, hoping to bring in some of her Railsplitter teammates. And she'll swing through that one, strike 1. Fouls it off. And that one's high and outside. Pitcher makes a run towards the mound to protect it, but as we've said, Kayla Lewis on third over there, the head of the Lincoln order in this inning, has not been trying to steal. And Davine reaches for that one and misses. 1 and 2. And that's outside, 2 and 2. And really reaching for it. That probably would have been a ball, but she swings, misses, and that'll end the at-bat for Joanna Coatero. And that's going to bring up Kira Shaw, the senior. Shaw takes an inside ball. She's got the power to clear these bases with the right pitch and swing. That one's outside, 2-0.
2-0. Somebody having a big fulfill, man.
It's a called strike, 2-1. And she gets under that one. It's going to be out. And it'll be a double play as the runners went. They made the play to second, and that's going to end the inning for the Railsplitters. So we'll step away for commercial and be back right after this. Stick around. Back with the bottom of the third. Oh, I swear I'll keep my graphics updated.
Foul ball. High.
Ball one.
High.
And it's ball one coming into left-handed batter
Ball 2. Ball 2.
whose number I can't see, so I apologize. I'm not sure who it is. But she wallops it, and it's caught by the second baseman. That was number 29, Isabella Cipolla. But it was walloped and caught by Lincoln's second baseman. Second baseman is number 7, Joanna Coatero. And that is ball one. And that's ball two. Believe this is Golden Knights number 2, Soraya Altamirano,
Ball 3.
who takes ball 3 from Lincoln's Chanel Vieira. And no, it was Drugobitsky. So Megan Drugobitsky will take a 4-pitch walk to reach first base.
Outside.
outside ball 1, and this time it's number 2, Soraya Altamirano.
High.
Ball 2.
High.
And that one drops. They won't make the play as Drugavitsky will make her way to second unopposed. And that's going to fall short of the plate. Drugavitsky's steal, though dramatic in the moment, ultimately futile as she made it on the walk anyway. And that brings up the top of the order, number 16, Sofia Oliveri. The ball's going to get away from the catcher. The runners will advance. It missed the pitch, but I believe it was a ball. I was looking down at my roster to get the next name.
Yeah, it was. A ball.
And that is ball 2. To Sofia Oliveri. High and way inside. If Oliveri hadn't stepped off, it would have been a hit by pitch, but it was moving far too slowly for her to just stand there. So the 3-0. Vieira in danger of walking these bases loaded, and she does. Brings up the number 2 hitter, number 24, Gianna Feicher. And that will bring out Coach Gina Garon to talk to her pitcher. Vieira has pitched a good game so far, holding Madison to 4 runs in 2 innings, 2 1/3. But now she is in a hole, bases loaded, 1 out. Hard to tell if she's okay. She looks a little pained, but in this heat, in this sun, well, I guess we all looked a little pained if you put us on camera. I'll spare you viewers at home from the site and not turn on my computer's front-facing camera. And that one's going to bounce in low as a ball. Gianna in a low stance. And that one's going to come in a little too high as Vieira overcompensates for her short pitches. That one's going to be high as well. 3-0. Oliveri was off to the races as soon as the pitch came off, just hoping for a wild pitch. And Vieira finds the strike zone on the 3-0. She gives it a nice and easy one over the plate. Feicher lets it come through. 3-1 the count. First strike that we've seen from Vieira in a while. Can she do it again? She doesn't. She's going to walk one in. Bases remain loaded, but Madison increases their lead to 5. That'll bring up number 3, Julia Nania? Nope, number 30. No, it is number 30, Julia Nania. And that's going to drop in left field. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. It's a 3 RBI double for Nania. And Lincoln is up. I'm sorry, Madison is up 8-0. Mattingly Glazer at the plate. It's ball 1, and on a mishandled base running play, they're going to allow Nania to reach third. Nania led off after the pitch was handled by the catcher and waited to see if the catcher would make a move. Second baseman didn't get over in time, and the catcher overthrew the pitcher. And so Julia Nania makes her way over to third. Glazer hits that one. It is fair down the left field line. She's going to run it out. 1 run will score. And they're going to hold her up around second. So it's an RBI double for Glazer. Understand we have a few of Glazer's family members watching on the stream, so nice hit for them to enjoy.
I drank. Ball.
That one comes in as a ball. Glazer sneaking from second, but held back.
Ball too high.
Ball 2. Catcher Michelle Huepa making sure to step up with it every time. Shortstop Kira Shaw going to cover over by third in case Davonay Holmes needs to make a play and needs backup. And that one's going to fall in, ball 3. And once again, they're going to have to push Glazer back to her bag. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Alyssa Bacino.
There are 9s. One.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to number 10, the catcher, Isabel Elage.
High. High ball.
And that one's going to get away and advance the base runners.
really like goodness.
A little bit of cloud cover coming in here. Certainly helps out our equipment.
And us. Twelve. They say 12 though. You did the scoreboard? I think 12. High.
And there's a strike. Full count.
2, 3.
And she'll step out of that one as they walk her over to first. So Chanel Vieira, really one of the only pitchers Lincoln has on its squad, which is why they are slow to replace her. And this should be number 28, Melody Hayes. I say should be because I can't see her number because she's a lefty. But I will get an eye on it and confirm for you that I do believe it is Melody Hayes.
This is the top of 4.
And she hits that one down the first base line. It's into the outfield. 1 run will score, and 2 runs will score.
I love that. Get big in trouble.
And that may not have been Hayes. That may have been number 29, Isabella Sapola. And that'll bring up number 7, Megan Drugavitsky. Ball 1, and Sapola will take second.
Ball 2.
And it's a 4-pitch walk for Drugavitsky. Bases loaded yet again with just 1 out. And that'll bring up number 2, Soraya Altamirano. Outside, ball 1. And that'll fall short of the plate, 2-0. quick correction as I'm seeing the chat. Melody Hayes is not in the game today, taking AP exams. Thanks for the correction, Melody. Sorry for giving credit. Izzy Sapola was the one who made that hit. It's swing and a miss for a strike to Altamirano. And tries to put that one in play. It's going to go foul on the first base line. 2-2, the count now. Altamirano trying to make something happen with a bases loaded situation. And she's going to swing and put that one in play. And it's going to get bumbled. 1 run will score and 2 runs will score. And the runners will end up advancing to second and third. Coatero tried to pick up the ball and bumbled it a couple of times and then got a little lost on whether she should take it herself or give it to the first baseman, Destiny Menendez, and ended up allowing the runner to make it over. And in the toss got dropped and all the runners moved. Just an unlucky situation there because it could have been at least one easy out despite letting in 1 run. And it's the top of the order again, Oliveri up. She took strike 1. She wallops that one foul. And no play will be made. 0-2. To Sophia Oliveri. And she fouls that one back to keep herself alive. And that'll fall short, ball 1.
2 strike, 1.
Wallops that down the third base line, but foul. Rattles against the cage in front of the Lincoln dugout. And that one goes down the third base line fair. And Davine Holmes will just hold on to it. 1 run is going to score. Second base, the runner on second stayed as the third baseman was holding the ball. And Oliveri will take first, and that should bring up number 24, Gianna Feicher. And she'll take ball 1. And Gianna pops that one up back to the pitcher. Chanel Vieira makes the catch for the second out of the inning, holds the runners. Manages to get an out for herself and bring herself 1 step closer to ending this damage. And that one's going to make its way into the outfield. 1 run will score. So it's an RBI double. And I believe I actually may have changed my graphic ahead of time. We're still in the bottom of the third, forgetting that Lincoln is the away team here. And that gets sliced foul for strike 1 off the bat of Mattingly Glazer.
You're under the third.
And that'll be low ball 1 to Glazer. Sorry about the confusion on the graphics. I got confused myself because I forgot that Lincoln was not going to be at bat in the bottom of the innings. Another, called strike. 1-2 the count. Runners on second and third. And that goes down the left field line. It is foul. 1-2. Still the count. Glazer steps in again. Pops it up to first. Destiny Menendez cannot make the play. 1 run will score. Glazer's going to second. Play coming home is safe. 2-run score. It's a 2 RBI double for Mattingly Glazer. Number 22 coming up, and that is Alyssa Bocchino. A long third inning for the Railsplitters here. Strike 1 to Bocchino. She swings through that one. A 1-1 to Bocchino. Going to bounce in for a ball. 2-1. That's going to be high. And Alyssa Bocchino will take her base. Runners on first and second, 2 out in a very long third inning. Long enough that I got confused and thought it turned to the fourth. And that'll bring up number 10, the catcher, who I once again apologize if I am mispronouncing her name, as Elijah hits it into center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score on a stand-up double by Elijah. And that's going to make it 19-0. And that's going to bring up Izzy Sapola.
Ball. One.
Ball one drops in for Sapola. She pops that one up to short. Kira Shaw makes the play, and that will end the inning. Now we will move to the top of the fourth, but not before Madison does some damage. It was 4-0 when we started the inning. It is 19-0 as we leave it. And we'll be back with you for the top of the fourth after this on Lincoln Media's YouTube. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Strike one.
Back with you here. Not sure if any of what I just did was broadcast or not. Hopefully my announcing did. Chanel Vieira reached on a walk and then made it to second on a fielder's choice as Huepa got out at first.
One ball.
And now it is 1-1 to Destiny Menendez,
Hi.
who's going to take ball 2. I also mentioned, again, not sure if the audio is on or not, that there's some discrepancy over the score. The coaches think it's 17. I think I've caught all the runs that went through, and I think it's 19, but the replay will tell. Chanel Vieira going to make it over to third as Glazer is starting to show, 3-1. Glazer starting to show signs of fatigue late in this game. Lincoln has not made much headway on the scoreboard.
Three one.
And a strike coming in there. Full count to number 14, Kiara Fuentes. And struck out looking. Fuentes goes down. 2 away. 2 in scoring position, hoping to be the first ones to touch home for the Railsplitters, and it will be on the bat of Haley Mariano that they try to do so.
One ball. Low. Ball 2. I can talk now.
And we're going to step away as we have lost our video. We'll be right back with you. Keep an eye on what's happening, okay?
The finish. We also finished from you guys. And our video also lost. Sorry for that. Madison is 19 and Lincoln is 0.
And back with you. The only thing you missed was a strikeout to end the 4th inning. And with that, these teams are going to call it. So that's going to do it here from Abraham Lincoln High School. The final score, I have it as 19-0. The scoreboard has it as 17-0. It's up to you to decide. I'm sure PSAL will likely put it in at 17 because that's what the coaches decided, unless they rewatch this and decide otherwise. For everyone here at Abraham Lincoln High School, I'm Peter Andrus. Sorry about that blackout at the end, and sorry about the glitching in the beginning, but happily, most of this game brought to you glitch-free from Abraham Lincoln High School's media program. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Lots of action coming up on Saturday. This week we have our first home football game. Next week we'll be bringing you baseball on Tuesday and Thursday, soccer on Wednesday, football on Friday, and more soccer on Saturday. It's going to be a busy week for us. Unfortunately, no softball is going to be able to be streamed because of conflicts with the other sports, but we will be back with softball the following week. We look forward to seeing you then here on ALHS's media program. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Is this a fan?